Give myself a chat room. I forget how slow this computer is. Give myself a chat room. I was getting ready to load up another streaming application, Streamlabs, but then I remember how slow this. I was attempting to go live on his Restream. That's what I'm using right now, and then I was going to show you me doing setting up Streamlabs, but it this is computer is the slowest computer in the world. Well, I got by with this computer for the longest time. Can I hear me? Give myself a sound check to make sure you can hear me. Yeah, we good. Okay. And I remember that this is if I want to. Well, everything is good. Everything is good, y'all. Everything is good, y'all. I went to the wrong subway stop yesterday. I forgot that the city has been the whole world is being abandoned. I guess everybody's pulling out, going to the underground bunkers, and everybody's going. They letting everything go to crap. The whole country, the whole world. They can't say it's not enough food. They can't say it's not enough room. There are cities and there's cities that's abandoned. There's property all over the United States that's there's nobody's using. There's towns going under. It's not like they don't have a lot of stuff. They have a lot of property, a lot of land. They could just give it away, and let people develop it instead of just letting it set. I'm not going to get into that. And they got enough. I'm not saying nothing bad about Ukraine, those people over there fighting, but they've been giving them people billions of dollars. They could have. There's people here in the United States who've been waiting in line here. Present company not excluded. I heard they gave the Japanese people restoration. There was somebody standing in front of them. Did they cut? They cut in line. You remember in school when you cut in line? Yeah, they cut in line, man. Well, anyway, that's just how things is. That's the way it is. Bruce Hornsby. That's the way it is. Let's check out our. Yeah, I'm. But anyway, as far as street performing, yesterday I went to the wrong spot. I went to the wrong spot yesterday, and I went to Friendship Heights. The reason why I said all of that is because where I went to, the shopping mall went under. It's like I usually go there because I think I could use the bathroom. I said I can go here because there's a bathroom right there. I went there. They had a gate on there. The whole mall has been boarded up. The whole building. It's a giant building too, and they went under. That's what I'm saying. If they don't know how to handle the stuff, they can give it to the new young entrepreneurs. There are plenty of people who know how to develop. You know, I didn't even know that MC Hammer was one of the pioneers of the internet. He's one of the reasons why we have Twitter or Twitch or all this internet stuff, all this social media. MC Hammer was a forerunner in that. When the all of these companies were small, he helped develop. You can check that out. MC Hammer. It's a forerunner as far as internet, uh, social media. He helped develop that. He was one of the main pioneers in that. When everybody thought he disappeared and thought he didn't never stop working. He just didn't want to go with he didn't go with that industry thing where they wanted to make him do stuff. He didn't want to do it. He wanted, he was talking about, God, and, we pray just to make it today. They cut him off. But he's a bad dude too. You check him out. He no chump. All those people making fun of him, all of them had to apologize. All those rappers who made fun of MC Hammer had to go and apologize. or not go to their, not going anywhere near where he was. Some of them had to apologize anyway. MC Hammer was not a joke. And like I said, you can check it out. He was one of the pioneers as far as the social media is concerned. If it wasn't for him, social media wouldn't be as it is. You can get on here and go anywhere and connect with people. But anyway, yesterday I went. I said that because I'm seeing that people are not using wisdom. It's like they, well, I already know what it is. Their job is to steal and to kill and destroy, because they're not working for God. They're working for the God of this world. Satan is the God of this world. Fallen angels and all those watchers, and a lot of them are masquerading as UFO people. And I want to tell you this too: they get ready to do some serious stuff with the UFOs. They're gonna do a fake UFO invasion. That thing where they shot down those airplanes, where those airplanes crashed, that was a trial run. That was just a trial run. Matter of fact, the pandemic was just a trial run. That COVID-19, that was just a test to see if they can get everybody to do what they say. Got the whole world to do it too. But they getting ready to do a fake UFO invasion. They're gonna. I said when those airplanes that crashed, that was a test. And I want to tell you too, they already had a blue screen. They have a blue screen and a giant green screen or blue screen in the sky. They painted over top of the what we call the firmament. The Bible calls the firmament that divides the 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 atmospheric heaven from the other heaven up from the second heaven. It's a dome that they have been. Well, anyway, I'll put it this way: when you see a big giant face that's supposed to be God appear in the sky, this is supposed to be a street performer 101. But I guess you need to notice though, when you look up and see a giant face of some supposed to be God telling everybody to do this, or I am your God, and don't be surprised. I'm telling you, just because you see a giant face up in the sky don't mean it's God. They have the technology. They have the technology to have the giant God in the sky. They have the technology, man. Don't be fooled. The Bible said if it was possible, the very chosen people, the elect, would be deceived if it was possible. But it's not possible. But that's how close and how strong the deception is going to be. That the Bible said that if it was possible, they could fool the people that God has chosen from the beginning. But I'm saying the technology, but I'm just saying everything is already set. You see, everything's all quiet now, nothing happening except for there's and they sold the government was sold out years ago. When they got rid of our own banking system. When we don't have our own money, the Federal Reserve is not a government entity. The Federal Reserve is not run by the government. That's a private banking industry. It was developed on Skull Island. You can look it up. Skull Island. Check it out. It's Federal Reserve is not why. That's why if we owned our own bank, if the Federal Reserve was government, we wouldn't have to worry about being in debt. We could use our own money. But we had the Federal Reserve as a private banking people that we've been borrowing money from all this time. Went under. And like I said, the system had been sold out. They sold the system out. They sold the government out. It ain't no more government. It's just people. It's private people running stuff. Why you think everything going cuckoo like it is now? If it was a real government, They wouldn't. You would have to. You would at least be able to prove that you're not crazy to run for office. And if you can tell it's nobody running anything. It's people running stuff, but it's no. And plus, um, under one of the Bush, they did away with your what they call it, your rights, civil rights, not civil rights. It's constitutional rights. You know, the right to do this, the things that this government was built on, constitutional rights. Constitutional rights. They did away with that under one of the Bushes. You can look it up. They voted on it. You don't have any constitutional rights. You know, the Constitution is gone. All that stuff that we the people, by the people, all men are created equal and all that stuff. People have to answer for what they do. That stopped a long time ago. They stopped doing that. Matter of fact, nobody was answering for what they were doing anyway. The way some of the things they did keep about destroying people, making sure that certain people don't rise and that they keep their numbers down and they can poison them and do experiments on them. But I tell you, all through all of this, God is large and in charge. God is they falling into his plan. God had this plan from the beginning, man. He had a plan from the beginning. He did when Jesus was being tempted, the Satan came to him and took him up into a high mountain and showed him all of the kingdoms of this world. The kingdoms of this world belong to the fallen angel. It don't belong to God. God gave all that stuff. He said that all of these things have been given into me that I can give. Satan told Jesus, he said, all these kingdoms, I can give you all these kingdoms. He can give you in so many words. He said, the kingdoms have been given to me, and he can give it to whoever they want to. He offered it to Jesus. He said, if you just bow down. He caught him at his weakest time when Jesus was in the flesh. God was in the flesh. I'm not going to get into it. You find out for yourself. But you know, a trick question, a trick thing, I'll tell you too, the God of this world, that's the hint, or the world order. Ask somebody, I know do you serve the God of this world? It sounds like you're talking about God, but the world doesn't, God gave the world order, the things of this world. The world is the people, what we call the powers to be, because God gave them that power. He gave them the power to have the governments and all of the people that's the powers to be. God gave them that. I don't know why. He has a plan. And believe me, he has a plan, man. If you walk with him and by faith, not by sight, which I knew how to explain to do. Because every once in a while, I'll be doubting, trying to figure out how I'm just going to make it from a day to day. I went to the wrong subway spot yesterday, and plus the wind was coming up out of there. I could have flew a glider. The wind was so strong. I could have did that Michael Jackson lean. The wind was blowing so strong through the subway. I was over to the side though, but my customers couldn't stop because the wind was blowing. I was at the wrong stop. I hadn't played out in a long time, but I know I do have some good stops I can go to. The courthouse in Virginia is one of my main stops. I was going to go there. I think I'm going to rest today. What time is it? Because it's almost 11 o'clock. I'm going to give myself a rest day. But I'm going to go to the courthouse tomorrow. I know I can make enough there. But I'm saying all this to say that don't be discouraged. Be not discouraged, man. You know, the powers that be, you might as well tell them, stop resisting. Stop resisting and comply. Like they tell us. Stop resisting. The people of this world, the powers that be, stop resisting. Resistance is futile. It's a plan, man. It's a plan. It's already in motion. It's a plan, man. Yeah, uh, God is in charge, large and in charge. Let me go ahead and get my stuff back together here. Yeah, I had my banana here. I want to get my rig together. Let me see. Since I'm sitting here, I might as well see if I can get this wireless microphone up. I think this right here is this is the I thought one of these wires were I'm on the wrong window. I'm on the wrong window. Let's see. Keep going. And what going the wrong way now? This one's supposed to be right here. This is one of my wireless, and I thought that was a loose wire right there, but that's an antenna. I replaced this plug. It had broke off, and I replaced it. It should be working. And here's the headset. Here's the headset. And this battery works in here. Works good. I should use this one. Let me see. I'm gonna plug it in. Plug it into the. I'm gonna just plug it into the mixer right now, just to see if we can get something. And I can turn it on. It works better when it's turned on too. All the stuff works better when it's on. Let me go ahead and come back, y'all, because I was rattling so much about crazy stuff. Being faithful. Don't be discouraged, man. God is in charge. Trust in Him and in His plan. Trust in Him. God is in charge. This should be making. No, that's not right. If I plug this in, I should hear. Oh yeah, there it is. It's working just like that. Wow. I didn't have to do anything. I can plug it into the Phantom. I'm gonna plug it into the Phantom and go wireless real quick. It went right on in there, y'all. Thank you, Jesus. Let me go wireless. Okay. And there, wireless, there. It was working a second ago. Yeah, it was working. It was working. It was working, wasn't it? There it is. It's a little short. I know what it is. I know just where it is. Let me go ahead and switch over. Test. Let me switch over. I'm peeking here. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the Phantom Wireless, and then we're gonna come back and go live. I was like rambling on. You had to excuse me. I was just it's true. Yeah, but y'all a blessing to me. Thank you too. We have 472 subscribers. I only need 68 subscribers. I mean 28 subscribers. 28 subscribers, and I can go live in the subway. Well, we're gonna be right back, y'all. How long we been live? Hey, we've been live 19 minutes, rambling on. I'm a rambling man. Be right back, y'all. Okay, look. See, now I'm coming out of Phantom, so you can hear. You can hear the Phantom stuff here, right? So, but we're gonna be black, right black. Yeah, and plus I want to tighten up that microphone. I know where the short is now. Be right back, y'all. I'll tell you about, street performing, man. If you have any questions, ask. I've been doing it for over 40 years, so it's not. I was in the wrong spot yesterday. I didn't know that the further you go out from DC, it's not enough people back to work. That a lot of people took cuts. A lot of people got cut because if I've been doing this for 40 years, I know how many people are supposed to be in the subway, and it's less than half. It's about half. Because where I was at, it should have been a rush hour. The people should have been coming up out that subway, and they haven't been coming out since the pandemic. So even though the government people are back, there's a lot of companies that's not in business. But I'll be right back, y'all. If you live in D.C., Maryland, Virginia, I can really give you some information. Any other places I'm not familiar with. New York, I don't know how that works. I know that changed. They tell me all the store people was making money off of those illegal immigrants. They said they don't know how they're gonna make it since the immigrants are gone. But I'll be right back.